Welcome back, fellow treadheads and fans, supporters, and players of the Steel Beast Pro PE community. This is the Red War Dancer, and I am presenting to you a scenario that I had designed starting back in 2020, maybe in 2019, where the Russians have begun an invasion of Ukraine. Who knows how that became? I had no idea back then that this would be a real thing, but this is what I had designed. I put it on a back burner for a couple of years so that I didn't memorize everything that's going on with the defense. And here it goes. I had provided a video last week on detailing the game plan and the battle plans and movements of my regiment. I being the Russian invaders, they being the Ukrainian defenders here in this area of operations, or AO. So I'll briefly retouch that a little bit. I have the tank battalion and the anti-tank battalion elements banded together into a task force. They will do a flanking maneuver to the west and then cut south to do a blocking position here. First Battalion will assault along this corridor as such. Second Battalion will follow through, and then finally Third Battalion will follow along this MSR, or main supply route, to capture all these objectives and then to push further into the west southwest. It is a full strength Russian regiment with a couple of assets missing. Just a few things like the MLRS battalion or company, because that's just going to kill frame rates and add way too much firepower for me to deal with. I have no air assets assigned to me because I think that would also just be too unbalanced. So I have the game on paused from the very start to explain what's happening. There's going to be a lot of parts moving in here. So I broke it apart, separated platoons of tank hunters from the anti-tank battalion here and here. I have battalion reconnaissance and regimental reconnaissance units, recon units, divided because you cannot do that before the game begins. They're going to scout ahead because I do remember setting up a minefield somewhere along the border. I just don't know where it's at exactly. It's not a random generating minefield. I just don't want to assume I know where it's at and then start losing units. But if I do, who cares? It's we got more than the defending forces. So I broke it apart some units to scout ahead. I've also included some small task force here of regimental engineers to provide the breaching for the invaders, that's being us, because it is a long drawn out process. The Russians, to my knowledge, or at least not in Steel Beast, have Mikliks to do it quickly, so I have to do it the hard, long drawn out way. I will hold off using 3rd Battalion for the moment because I have a lot of moving parts going on here. I do play in the the battlefield a lot more than the map because it's just more fun that way. So you'll see me do a lot of switching around from spot to spot. So we are going to switch from the regimental commander's vehicle to one of the units up front and begin. As you see, it is dawn. The Russians do not have very good night vision capabilities. Uh-oh. Contacts from the south. Somewhere around here. Okay, so he's very far away. Not much we can do here. I don't know who spotted that. But what we'll do is we'll use our vast Russian artillery to put an end to that. Uh-oh.
We're at our checkpoint.
Oh, this guy way up on a hill. Ooh, I don't know how they spotted that. Somehow we did. That looks like an anti-tank vehicle, so we're going to drop some artillery on that bad boy. lots of artillery. So we're going to do what Russians do best and flatten a hilltop. If they hit something, great. If not, they'll just simply reload.
Contact, front, south.
How in the world are we spotting these victors so far away? That's amazing. But as part of the system, we're going to trust it. Alright. So, we're going to flip around. Okay, he can't see much. Even though we have the high ground, not very effective. Just keep him right there.
West.
East, west. Oh, there's a guy over there. Probably spotted by this unit right here. Nope, not really. So he's somewhere in that direction. Let's get him on level ground and see if he can read. Oh, that's going to be out of range. Oh, somebody's already spotted the minefield. Or part of it. Okay. That's what recon is supposed to do. Good job. More recon here. We're just going to tell them to stop. Uh-oh! Uh-oh!
Target.
Oh, good job. Who else is shooting? Oh, somebody. Wow. Oh, he was close. Didn't even see him on the map. Well done. So these recon units, we're going to have them stop
front, west.
that way. Wow. Boy, battalion headquarters is insane. I wonder how they're spotting all these
We're at
people.
checkpoint.
Now, I do have to remember that Ukrainians
Contact,
do
front,
have
south.
artillery. I'm pretty sure I gave them
We're
a
at checkpoint.
battery. And they can actually drop fire on us if they really wanted to. In the
We're at
meantime,
checkpoint.
we're going to look at potential breach locations.
2-1, we're at checkpoint.
Around here looks pretty decent. It's dark. I don't know how close he is to the minefield. Oh, pretty close actually. So this little valley right here looks like a good location to start. Okay, I see the minefield. It is marked. We're actually going to shut off the engine. That way he doesn't accidentally decide to drive into the minefield. This guy here, he's found that. I don't like doing a possible breach over there. Let's see what he sees. Oh, let's see. Off to his left looks like a pretty good spot to breach right along that valley there. So we'll stay right there and see how that works. So I believe we've got potential
We're at checkpoint.
locations for our breach, or at least for one of them, and we'll go from there. So far, no other contacts along the minefield, so that's a good thing. Let's see what he finds. Well, this looks like a really level ground, good spot for a breach. And we'll focus on 2 breaches right now. So what we'll do is
We're at
these are a pair of engineered tanks with bulldozers and plows attached to them. So we're going to do our breach in this little valley here.
Roger.
Behind them are engineers. What they'll do is they'll help mark the location just in case somehow the tanks don't get it done. They'll have to do it on foot. That is a big, long, drawn-out process. But there's no time frame on this game. I could care less. I could spend weeks, days. That sounded intelligent. Weeks, months to play this game. This game, by the way, is available to be played multiplayer or head-to-head. Should players decide to go that route. I like to design my scenarios to be very flexible so that you can play it out different ways.
Contact. West.
Or you can design them on your own to fit your own needs. Troops west. Okay. So, don't know if I'll be able to spot them. So it's probably just a lone figure out there who has... Oh, I see him. I actually see somebody moving. He is not a factor. However, I am exposed. He may have... That lone soldier may have access to call artillery, so we're going to fall back and go from there. Let's see. What is he seeing over here? Not much, really. So, let's go this aggressive quick and see. Find anything. So far, I don't like this as a potential breach location for 2nd Battalion, except maybe over here. The ground is level, but it's open ground, but this map closely resembles the Ukrainian territory. The best that we have, one of the best ones that we have available in this Killers community. It's not perfect. Maps are very difficult to come by and very difficult to create. PCs at 90. 810. Wow. So there's something going on over here that is in the path of the task force battalion. So we're going to try and figure out what to do with these guys. It looks like, yes, PCs, a couple of tank hunters perhaps. But, uh-oh. There's somebody over here.
Identified.
Shoot him, doggone it. Don't mess around. That him? I don't see him.
We're at our checkpoint.
I don't see him. Where'd he go? There's a border patrol vehicle here somewhere.
We're at our checkpoint.
Up close, real close. And I just don't see him. Somewhere to our 9 or 10 o'clock. Let's try not to run into some trees. Or accidentally drive into the minefield. I do not see him now. And I am not crazy enough to drive into this minefield just to go find him. I still do not see that thing.
Contact. Front. South. We're at our checkpoint.
So there's a lot of things going on here. Oh, alright. Looks like another border vehicle. Just don't see him. must have ran off. And I'm not paying attention to my driving. See me.
This is 2-1. We're taking fire here.
Uh-oh. This is 2nd Tank Battalion 2. Where are you at? Yeah. Where are you taking fire from? He's too close to his artillery.
We're on checkpoint.
For that. Meantime, we're going to end these missions so that the support columns don't get overwhelmed. And I still don't. Alright, this guy I don't see. What's with you? See somebody? So I'm not quite sure where he's at. Alright, looks like I have not lost any vehicles at this time. That's a good thing. I'm still concerned about this guy. Maybe if I do a reconnaissance by fire. Let's try that. Just narrow it down to a 100 by 100. And then we're going to back up. Therefore, we're not caught
We're on checkpoint.
in the blast area. Russian artillery is not the most accurate. It is something, but it's still to be feared. Still effective. I still don't know what that enemy vehicle is. He might have backed off. It's quite possible that he fled the scene. It's what I would do. And I almost drove right into the minefield. Alright. Let's see if we can find this. Okay, so contact loss. It's like that sometimes. I do recall setting some parameters to where if they take contact, run away. I don't know if cannot remember if I've done that for all of the enemy AI to do so. He's out there somewhere. Alrighty. While that's happening, we have some engineers that have arrived on the scene. So I need to pick a reference point to begin this, where to start and where to end. I'm just going to simply have them back up. Therefore, now we are not tied up into a formation. And I can pick where we're going to start. Let's go. At a 90-degree angle, best we can, right about here. Use this bush as a mark, and then again lower the plow, nice and slow. Uh-oh. Not quite a 90-degree angle, but nobody's perfect. Right, so I see the hedgehogs. That's not going to hurt the plow. But the barbed wire, some coils of barbed wire, get the vehicle stuck, and that's where the engineers will come. Dismount them, walk up to the wire, and then to the rear. So, reverse, straight, hopefully. Don't run into any mines. Reaching obstacles is not an exact science. It should be. It's very dangerous. Russian tanks do not reverse very well. I think it's because the concept is to always move forward. I don't believe that either. I'm pretty sure it's a design. Oh. Now these two hedgehogs right here, to both to left and right, may present a problem in the future because they're pretty close to the bridge. So it could possibly get people stuck. I will have to work on that in the future. Because we definitely don't want to get a log jam put over a breach that leaves you vulnerable to enemy counterfire. God help you. Yes, this is a long drawn out process. Let's see if I have not lost anybody yet. I'm going to pay attention to what I'm doing here. Sometimes the AI just doesn't want to be your friend. Next we will use the mine plow. It's going to conduct what's called proofing the breach. So what the plow did not, the mine rollers, I'm sorry, this is the mine roller. Sometimes the mine roller does what the plow does not accomplish the first time around. So far so good. Issues there, that's good. Now for reference for those who do not know, the mine plow or the mine rollers will not reach the minefields. You get stuck and you get a vehicle entangled, and then you got to find a way to tow it out of the area. I got a feeling this is not going to work. Oh man, oh gosh, okay. So because of the plows, or the mine rollers, I can't back up works the other way around. That's the incline. Let's see if that works. Otherwise, this is going to be a bit of a nuisance. But I do know that I'm in between the minefield and the barbed wire. Somebody's shooting at something. Alright, we're going to let the AI do this work. And trust in my units. So here's what I'll do. We're going to use the mine roller on this side, because this is the side. You always orientate yourself to the left side of the breach. The left side of your vehicle is close to the breach as possible for your lanes to be marked. Sometimes a vehicle may touch the top of this and detonate. In the meantime, you've got one. The other part of the road is going down the middle, and it's doing what we want it to do. Alright, good job, rollers. Next, we're going to bring in the dismounted engineers. Oh, he's way down there. No, I don't want that room. I want the spot here. Alright, there is a Victor. I don't know if he's a new one or somebody's different. But we're going to try and engage him best we can. Take him to higher ground and eliminate him.
Roger.
Could be a different unit. May not. Let's see if he has a different view from that one. Okay. These two, their job is done. We're going to get them out of the way to form a different breach for the tank and anti-tank battalion task force.
Roger.
He doesn't really need to be there.
Roger.
Alrighty. So, looks like, oh, they killed somebody. Good job. Good job. Must have been him. Destroyed enemy Victor there. Great job. Let's try and use some of this natural cover so we're not so easily seen. One could just be standing out in the open area doing nothing. There. In the meantime, while he's doing that, we're going to...
Roger. Identified.
Uh-oh. I don't see him. Oh, yeah, it's a dude. Engaging.
Cease fire. Cease fire.
Oh, we're out of ammo already. 50 rounds, that's right. Okay. I don't think we got him. I don't think he's destroyed it.
We're at our checkpoint. Awaiting orders.
These are bad angles. I don't want to move that fast. Because if I hit a tree, I will damage the vehicle and receive a court martial.
We're at our checkpoint. Awaiting orders.
So if the enemies over this way, that this is a regiment-sized scenario. Lots and lots and lots of parts. I do not enjoy relying heavily on the AI to do everything for me. It takes a little bit of the fun out of the game.
Roger.
Actually, I don't like that. We're gonna do it this way.
Roger.
Again, he's looking up into the hill. All right, engineers. Here you go. Going to divide you up.
Roger.
One of you is going to breach, and the other one's going to mark. Who is shooting at what? Must be you.
We're at our checkpoint.
You guys think you can get him? Go for it. Doubt it, but go for it. Be careful. I'm rather close to this. If there's an easier way for Russian units to reach quicker, please send me a comment in the section or in the Steel Beast Pro website in the forums, and I'll be happy to adapt. So, what we're going to do here is we're going to march them in column formation along this breach. To deal with the barbed wire.
Roger.
I believe you can. There may be a loophole to this in which you use the back end of a tank to break through the wire, but I don't want to risk that.
Roger.
In case they use, uh-oh, I don't like the I don't like this. Oh, there they go. Yeah, they're doing it right. Good. They're doing it right. Excellent. Excellent. Okay. And this is the part where somebody goes, boom! It happens. War is hell. All right. For the platoon sergeant, he's going to mount up. No point in having him there. And this is the victor that's going to mark the lanes once everything is done.
Roger.
While that's happening, let's find out what
We're
else.
at our checkpoint. Awaiting
Uh-oh,
orders.
uh-oh. See him? Let's see. It's supposed to be right in front of us. It's supposed to be right in front of us.
We're at our checkpoint. Awaiting orders.
It's supposed to be right in front of us. Oh, I'll bet you, because he's below the crest, we can't see him. I'll bet that's why. Let's
We're at our checkpoint. Awaiting orders.
All right. I'll let that work out somehow. So we're going to now get into a line formation. And breach this wire. Now, This takes some technique because you have to make sure what your formation is like. So here I know that there's two guys to my left and one man to my right. If I do this wrong, then there could actually be a small bit of wire that cannot be pushed, that cannot be passed. But I don't need to go very far. And we'll be good. Let's move this a little bit that way. And go from there. I will do the same thing for them. They're going to be on the right side of the formation ahead of us. And, oh, that's right, line formation. Come on, fellows. Okay, the AI is giving me a little bit of trouble. They will breach in the same way. Thankfully, this won't take too long. Because I only have to breach the wire. Now, if they had to breach this whole minefield by hand, that would take days, weeks, months. While that's happening, has that Victor been destroyed? It has not. That's all right. We're going to chalk this up as a lack of training. In the meantime, we're going to do a breach here. This is much more level land. And we're going to use that bush right there as a reference. So the night clouds lowering. Imagine being the crew of this vehicle breaching a minefield. The explosions go off, and that has got to be ear shattering and just downright hectic. If you don't know if you just blew yourself up or what, oh, that's a pretty good breach. Oh, I missed that hedge. I just missed that hedge. That doesn't become a problem. Looks like the minefield has been cleared. Now instead of just backing up all the way through, we're just going to U-turn. Saves time. More time is of the essence. Usually want to get things done quicker than the enemy, but it's just a game. We're okay with that. While that's happening, we're going to have to go here. Right. Engineers, they're finished up, they will relocate over to this breach and help out with that. to myself and I've been thinking, why am I doing such a large operation? Because this is just, there's a lot to do. But it's still fun. Figures, right? Pretty sensitive, but I understand. Ah, you son of a gun. So that also might be a problem. Good job, good. I wonder if I can crush that tree.
We're at this point.
Excellent. Now here, on this particular, must be the ground that I'm in, because in this particular breach, I was able to turn the plow tank. Woo, that was close. Okay, I thought I lost my tank there. That was very close. Pretty scary. Alright, this breach could be a problem. So I believe in the future what I have to do is aim it just right on the initial breach to where as much of the hedgehogs are clear for a wider gap. I don't trust the AI is going to drive the vehicles through easily, but I also don't want to spend the time to drive each and every one of my vehicles through this breach one by one, platoon by platoon. Okay, so while we'll wait on that, and see what else is happening on the front. Still have not found that enemy patrol vehicle. Still don't know where it's at. Oh, okay. So there is a destroyed vehicle right there, probably a tank hunter. So it looked like that would have had tremendous range over this way to just start picking off my units. I don't know what's happened here, why that's not destroyed. We'll deal with that in a bit. That looks like a normal recon vehicle. So it mostly has a machine gun. Not a big issue. Okay. Meanwhile, at the 1st Battalion breach, it looks like they're all done. Excellent. Get these guys out of the way. Now, normally, what would happen in an open area like this is you would drop smoke to help cover the breach. But so far in this game that has not been necessary. And we'll go from there.
We're at our checkpoint, awaiting orders.
And here we will begin the 1st Battalion breach. But before we do that, you guys will mark the lanes. So I would do this by map instead of trying to eyeball it from the Victor. Doesn't always work out the way you want it to. And so right about, let's see, and then watch how it works. They should be marking this with flags. If all goes well. Yep, that's how it's supposed to go. Let's see how far it goes because this is going through both a minefield and barbed wire. We'll go through those hedgehogs. Oh, good. It didn't connect those hedgehogs. Well, that's odd, but maybe it's because it's a double breach. breach by the engineers. This worked out the way it's supposed to. And 1st Battalion is in business. Okay, so what will happen next is they are going to march over to the other breach and assist with that. Mark those lanes. I'm going to move these guys out of the way. Their job is done. Actually, yeah, right about there. And now that the lanes are done, mount these guys back up to 111. Hopefully they don't get tangled up in the breach. You know what, I'm gonna take over this guy. Oh, he's running over the flags. Alright. I will have 1st Battalion engineers deal with those hedgehogs. Alrighty. So what I will do next is I'm going to pause the game because there's going to be a lot of things happening here. We're going to move 1st Battalion to this breach, stack them up, and have them cross over. I'm going to come up with something like, I don't know, Task Force Whiskey will stack up onto this breach. When I've completed that, I'll move them all over here, and then once they've gone the breach, they will attack Objective Badger. So we're going to start moving some pieces, lots of pieces. Normally, in real life, the company or battalions that's going to be crossing over the breach would move already close to that as soon as it's done, or they would just wait, or they would just cross as somebody in the higher ups would say, give them the order to do so. As I explained earlier, time is of the essence in warfare. You want to move quickly, efficiently, and diligently. But once again, I don't have to worry about that because I can always pause the game. Right about there, right about there. Make sure there's unit cohesion. We don't want to have units scattered all over the place. That causes way too many problems. Actually, I don't want to move that tank, but yes, I do. Not the tank hunters. We're going to move them about here. So first, it will be the line units. They will be the first one to cross through. Actually, before I do that, it's going to be these reconnaissance units that will cross the breach and then set up security on the other side, such as it is. So I want to make sure the AI does it correctly. And also, they are the ones closest to the breach. That's the other reason. So we're going to move all these units here. And we'll also okay, so there's 4-1, 4-2. Where is 4-3? 4-3 is destroyed? No, 4-3. Where is headquarters 4-3 at? I do not see where headquarters 4-3 is at. I don't see any destroyed vehicles on our end, but I don't see where he went. There's 4-1, there's 4-2. We have a missing vehicle. Oh, there he is. What the? Yeah, that's right. I did send him over there. So let's get him back to his buddies.
Roger. Roger.
I said before, there's a lot
Roger.
of moving parts going on here. Micromanaging is difficult, but that's also part of the fun. So while that's happening, I don't think I'm going to do a breach over here for the regiment. I'll just have them flow behind 2nd Battalion. So we will gather up the recon units together,
Roger.
put the band back together, as the saying goes,
Roger.
and go from there. Because I cannot find that
Roger.
enemy patrol unit that's bouncing all over this. So we're just going to ignore them, which is probably a bad idea, but it's all right. It's a game. Nobody really dies. While I'm doing that, actually, I'm going to hold off on the headquarters element uh, sections and platoons company, just so that I know how these are lining up here. And okay, so there's the breach. I'm going to wait till the engineers reach that to help proof and clear that. Let's go down here and let's create a second breach for 2nd Battalion right about here. That's a nice flat territory. And
Roger.
we'll do that.
Roger.
As I'm doing that, let's take a quick look at 3rd Battalion. It's a pretty quiet sector. What I may do is find the breach along this MSR and go from there. So let's lead with a scout. You know, scouts always do that. Scouts out. And probably right around there, I think, is where the border is.
Roger.
You would think you want the tanks to lead. But if they did that, there's no point in having recon. Alright, so we're going to pause this, and we're going to have 7th Company join in on this. So start with the tanks, probably right about there.
Roger.
Now I want them to go slow, therefore, but I don't want them to be in a different formation. So we'll set the speed as speed. Sorry. Gotta click on the right part. As slow, and they will automatically be in column formation because I put them in march formation. Let's have 1st Platoon do the same thing behind the tanks. And the tanks were attached to the prospective line rifle companies
Roger.
to boost firepower. It's a common practice with most modern armies that have lots of mechanized units. And we're going to have 2nd and 3rd battalions flank along the roads.
Roger.
Where is 7th Company? Oh, no, we don't want to do that. We're going to delete this. We'll have 1st and 2nd flank.
Roger.
And 3rd platoon will follow up behind the tanks. There was a reason why I set up these formations the way I did from the very beginning.
Roger.
So I can make it easier on myself, that's why. Alrighty, let's get into action. Let's first wait, and then proceed. Good.
We're at our checkpoint, awaiting orders.
This is how an advance should look like. While that's happening, okay, there's still some infantry there.
This is 4-1. We're at our checkpoint, awaiting orders.
Knowing me, they're gonna go.
We're at our checkpoint, awaiting orders. We're at our checkpoint, awaiting orders.
Everybody's moving along. This is good. Except those guys. I forgot that that's what.
We're at our checkpoint, awaiting orders. Roger. We're at our checkpoint, awaiting orders.
Oh no, we're the tanks. Oh, they got caught up with the EMPs, that's why.
4-2. We're at our checkpoint, awaiting orders.
Oh heavens.
We're at our checkpoint, awaiting orders.
Like this.
We're at our checkpoint, awaiting orders. We're at our checkpoint.
This is a mess. Tank that. Oh, good heavens. Come on, AI. Come on.
Contact, front, west.
Uh-oh. Right, we don't want anything to do with
We're at
that.
our checkpoint, awaiting orders.
Fire.
4-1. We're at our checkpoint, awaiting orders. We're at our checkpoint, awaiting orders. This is 4-1. We're at our checkpoint, awaiting orders.
Fire. Cease fire. It's right there.
This is 3-1. We're at our checkpoint, awaiting orders.
Fire.
We're at our checkpoint, awaiting orders.
Oh,
We're at
what's
our
that over
checkpoint,
there?
awaiting orders. Troops. This is 2-1. We're at our
Oh,
checkpoint,
that's a
awaiting
bunker.
orders.
Yeah, we don't want to get involved in that.
We're at our checkpoint, awaiting orders.
Oh. That is good. Let's back this up.
2-1. We're at our checkpoint, awaiting orders.
Alrighty.
4-1. We're at our checkpoint, awaiting orders. Contact. West.
GC's west. 92 something. Oh,
We're at
right.
our checkpoint, awaiting orders. Identified. Ceasefire.
Why are you telling them to cease fire? That doesn't make any sense.
We're at our checkpoint, awaiting orders. We're at our checkpoint, awaiting orders. 2-1. We're at our checkpoint, awaiting orders.
Oh, they got me. I should have known. Alright, there's an easy way to deal with this. I said that for the guy to this.
4-1. We're at our checkpoint, awaiting
Alrighty,
orders.
here's what we're gonna do.
1-1. We're at our checkpoint, awaiting orders.
We'll say there's probably 3 out there. So we're just gonna saturate that area. These guys are gonna retreat.
Roger.
I don't feel like sending no tanks over there.
1-1. We're at our checkpoint, awaiting orders.
These guys are going to assist. There. Alright, so that is frontline use of them.
Roger.
He still sees them. The other TC's telling him to cease fire. I don't get that.
1-1. We're at our checkpoint, awaiting orders.
Oh, isn't that something? Okay, this Victor did not pick up the rest of his partner. Okay. Silly game mistake on my part. Go back and pick his buddies. And we'll have them, which they might be able to do it themselves, mark
Roger.
and clear the rest of this bridge.
We're at our checkpoint, awaiting orders.
find information really easy. Maybe not. I'm only wondering this because are there PCs in the game? Should be. Sound effects. Lovely. Nothing else yet. There's some enemies.
1-1. We're at checkpoint. Awaiting orders.
Better stay buttoned up so that the artillery doesn't affect the tank commander. I have 18 guns behind. I want to use the machine gun.
We're at checkpoint.
There,
Awaiting orders.
good. Surprisingly, the idea is not. Ah, there's that fucker. Let's stay right here.
Caliber 50.
Ah. Let's try the main gun for a minute.
Truck. TC complete. Caliber 50. TC complete. Caliber 50.
Good. That thing's still alive?
TC complete.
Any ground troops? Okay, that got rid of the bunker. Excellent. I still can't tell if that victor is destroyed. One more time. Wow. Alright, we're gonna let the AI gunner handle it.
Fire! On the way. Target! Ceasefire.
Okay, either I was missing or it was just not very effective. Okay, so here's where he's just gonna be. We need to get out of the way and let the engineers handle this. Time. These troops dismounted. These troops mounted. battalion. We're going to pause this. Lots of moving parts are going to happen here.
Roger.
Of course, in real life,
Roger.
with everything being stacked up the way it is and taking as long as it is, a real enemy force would probably have this
Roger.
battalion destroyed with artillery. Thankfully, this is not real life.
Roger.
But again, it's a game. I like playing this game. I've been playing it for probably 25 years now.
Roger.
I'm not quite sure exactly how old this game is. 2000, I think. It's a nice spin-off from
Roger.
the original Tank Platoon game that came out in 1988, 89, and then
Roger.
it became Steel Beasts, I think in 1999 or 2000, and then it became to what it is
Roger.
now. But I don't feel like giving people a history lesson. Alright, so 1st Battalion is going to get
Roger.
moved on to the objective.
Roger.
2nd Battalion, we're going to get their breach started soon. And
Roger.
3rd Battalion, we're going to hold off for a while.
Roger.
Oh, that's regiment. We don't need to move them yet.
Roger.
Am I missing anybody? Am I missing anybody? Oh, that's all of 1st Battalion. Right? These guys have begun. They're on their way. I don't think I've lost any units yet. Yes, I have. How silly me. I just lost this recon unit just a few moments ago. Silly me. Alright, so we're going to get these guys marched on right about there.
Roger.
And the regimental engineers to follow.
Roger.
Alright, 2nd Battalion, you're going to stand by. Yeah, let's do this, do a breach right here. Or I could save that for another time. Actually, yeah, let's hold off and save that for another time. In the near future. And let's progress on. This breach looks odd. Oh, that was a graphics issue. Alright, good. Now, down here, there was an issue where the hedgerows was tying up the vehicles. Gave almost no room for error.
Roger.
So, if I bring in my battalion engineers to clear that out, just to make sure everything's good to go. Oh, I forgot to give these guys a march. Oh, that's right. I had to load up the engineers first. Actually, got a better idea. No. We'll let the battalion handle that. They're going to do their job over there. We'll let these engineers here handle the hedgehog problem. First things first. Let's give this a test.
Roger. Roger.
And see if these units can actually pass through. When in doubt, send out the scouts.
Roger. We're at our checkpoint, awaiting orders.
We want to do this slowly. Otherwise, it could cause problems with the AI. So far, so good. No, I don't like the look of this. Somebody decided they wanted to do what they want. That's not how the formation is supposed to look like. But getting through fairly. Oh, snap! Boom! That's not supposed to be funny, but it is. Okay, that was an AI error. Clearly AI error. And thankfully, if anything, they blew themselves up off the bridge. I think that was my fault for asking them to cross the breach too close to the minefield. I'm going to take responsibility for that one. And we'll see how this works.
We're at our checkpoint, awaiting orders.
Let's find out if this works. Alright, I don't know what's... Oh, I know why. I know why. Because the engineers did a 2-wide breach instead of single wide, and I believe the AI is confused as to which route to take. So, here's what we'll do. We're going to have one unit,
Awaiting orders.
or one section of engineers do this. We're just going to have to just do it right. So, actually, I think I'm going to do this from perspective.
We're at our checkpoint, awaiting orders.
Probably.
This is 3-1. We're at our checkpoint, awaiting orders. We're at our checkpoint, awaiting orders.
Breach 2. Oh, engage here. Alright, so where's my breach order at? There it is. Right.
Roger.
Once again, somebody's shooting at somebody. Alright, so let's see if that doesn't confuse
This is 1-1. We're at our
AI.
checkpoint, awaiting orders.
If we just use one engineer unit, and I got a feeling it will.
We're at our checkpoint, awaiting orders. This is 2-1. We're at our checkpoint, awaiting orders.
I also am very suspicious because of both the wires and the minefield is causing the confusion of the AI to choose. Does it go this way or that way? Looking at the map, I can see there's a bit of a different breach over here, maybe? I'm not sure. Somebody's doing a lot of shooting and not enough killing.
Roger.
Yep, it's these guys.
On the way. We're at our checkpoint, awaiting orders. On the way. We're at our checkpoint, awaiting orders. We're at our checkpoint, awaiting orders.
Help these guys out. And get rid of this target.
We're on checkpoint. Awaiting
Their
orders.
accuracy seems to be quite lacking. Actually, we're going to send 2 battalions on this. Widen that area and just hopefully just blow everything up. Alright, while that's happening, oh, that sounds good.
We're on checkpoint. Awaiting orders. We're on checkpoint. Awaiting orders. This is 4-1. We're on checkpoint. Awaiting orders. Roger. We're on
So,
checkpoint. Awaiting orders.
I believe once they've cleared this wire, then they can mount back up and the breach should be good from there.
Roger.
Mount them up, and yes, we'll mount him up as well.
Roger. We're on checkpoint. Awaiting orders.
While that's happening,
Roger. Roger.
let's get this started. Let's start right here. I know exactly where everything's at. Just clearly see what's happening. Nope, I don't want to give him the automatic order to breach, because if he gets tangled in the wire, that's going to cause problems. Then I have to send another figure to tow it out. In a minefield, that's just asking too much.
We're on checkpoint. Awaiting
I
orders.
don't like that. Oh, I don't like how those hedgehogs moved. That's going to cause a problem. If not, we just have to do a breach somewhere else. I have an idea. Let's see if this works. What if I go back to the bridge and if it'll let me, and use this to clear out vertically. If I go this way, I don't know if this will work. That's not looking promising. I will do that after we have 2nd Battalion. Second guessing myself. A decision needs to be made. We're going to work on that later. Okay. They've cleared that, we're going to have them return to the engineer vehicle.
Roger.
These guys are going to mark the lane. Actually, no, we're not going to do that. We're going to let these guys do it.
Roger.
Let's see how that works. Good start. Very good start. I think I'm going to make a note to myself from now on when I design scenarios that involves breaching obstacles and minefields, don't make the darn thing so fast. Therefore, it doesn't overload the AI. Oh boy. I got about 50 minutes. Let's see if this vehicle will breach successfully.
Roger.
Now, naturally, of course, if this was a multiplayer game, head-to-head, or simply one side versus the AI, people can control their vehicles platoon by platoon and it would move much smoother. Moment of truth, moment of truth, moment of truth. Has the wire. Don't hit the tree. Too late, you hit the tree. We'll let an engineer tank take care of that. Alrighty. I'll figure out how to deal with that. That's
Roger.
We're going to pause and then move up the rest of Task Force Whiskey.
Roger.
Take a little time. Again, I know I've said this a number of times. I'm sorry for repeating myself.
Roger.
Lots of moving pieces. And it looks like the enemy vehicle
Roger.
PC over here was destroyed. Maybe something else was destroyed. I'm not sure. I overkilled with the artillery. But that is Russian doctrine.
Roger.
Send as much volley of firepower as possible. If you hit something, if not, or if you hit something, great. If not, reload.
Roger.
Alrighty, it looks like things are going well. So, kudos to everyone
Roger.
up to this point. But
Roger.
this is the easy part. The hard part is coming up,
Roger.
and that is dealing with the actual objectives, especially Dontsivka. That one I'm not looking forward to, but that one's going to be has to get done. I believe once I'm done with Objective Badger and Objective Shark, then I'll move 3rd Battalion along. Or I'll just simply do this battalion by battalion just to make things easier.
Roger.
Love this game. Been playing it for well over 20 years.
Roger.
Swear by it. I don't know what else I would be doing. Actually, I know what I would be doing myself in my life. I have lots of hobbies. Lots and lots and lots of hobbies.
Roger.
In the meantime, looks like it is game time is 8:44 a.m. 08:44 in military time. The game started at 07:30.
Roger.
So fairly moving along fairly well. All things considered.
Roger.
Okay, so that's 88. There they are. We're going to combine them together, then have them move along. And go from there. We're going to hold up on the wagon trains here for a bit. Combine this platoon.
Roger. Roger.
They're not doing much of anything. And I got to figure out what to do with that little problem there. Let's see if it's a problem.
We're at our checkpoint. Awaiting orders.
Next, we're going to approve this breach. Standard procedure. There's no wiggle on the left side of this breach. And if that becomes a problem, I have to decide either to just create a brand new breach or have the dismount engineers deal with it. I'm leaning towards creating a new breach because it'll just look bigger. But at the same time, if all I have to do is just move those 2 or 3 hedgehogs, steel berms, I should be fine. Actually, that's exactly what I'm going to do. As the mine plow or the mine rollers
We're at our
head back,
checkpoint. Awaiting orders.
I'm going to have 1 dismount squad of engineers clear that out. We'll have the other squad of dismount engineers continue with breaching operations by clearing out that concertina line. So that's what I will do. We'll just call it a minor hiccup. That. You guys push up here.
Roger.
And dismount.
We're at our checkpoint. Awaiting orders. We're at our checkpoint. Awaiting orders. We're at our checkpoint. Awaiting orders.
Good. Okay. Alright, 115 Alpha. Deal with the wire.
We're at our checkpoint. Awaiting orders. Roger.
113 Bravo. Deal with
1-1. We're at our checkpoint. Awaiting orders.
those steel beams that
We're at our
might be
checkpoint.
wrong.
Awaiting orders.
Probably right about here, I think.
Roger.
But I will just adjust to that
We're
manually.
at checkpoint, awaiting orders.
And over there.
We're
So,
at checkpoint, awaiting orders.
Oh, tree. In this game, I don't think it has any specifics. Somebody please correct me if I'm wrong, where I can dismount the engineers and just
We're at checkpoint,
detonate
awaiting
that
orders.
tree down.
2-1, we're at checkpoint, awaiting orders.
But I have two of the tanks right here.
We're at checkpoint, awaiting orders.
We're going to deal with that one. So I do know the tank's going to run over trees. You just have to be careful about it, otherwise you can damage the vehicle and injure the crew. Yes, it is a thing. In Steel Beast Pro.
We're at checkpoint, awaiting orders.
Here's what I'm going to
We're
play
at
safe.
checkpoint, awaiting orders.
Instead of sending the entire platoon,
3-1, we're at checkpoint, awaiting
we're
orders.
going to send a lone tank to deal with that. And if he gets damaged or destroyed somehow by a tree, I can send in a engineer vehicle to work with
We're
that.
at checkpoint, awaiting orders. We're at checkpoint, awaiting orders.
Note to self, do not conduct breaches with a tree nearby.
4-1,
Make sure
we're
there's
at
plenty
checkpoint, awaiting orders.
open areas to deal with that. Excellent. Problem solved.
Roger.
Alright, where's the other engineer? There it is. They are going to go back. Mark the lanes. I don't know why. I must have forgot why they didn't do that. Why I didn't order them to do so the first time around. I'll take responsibility for that.
Roger. 4-2, we're at checkpoint, awaiting orders.
Alright, I'm going to take control of this map. Hopefully nobody gets me. In real life, in 1991, I was inside an M2 Bradley, M2A1 Bradley infantry fighting vehicle, crossed over into Iraq, and that was probably the most nervous point because even though the breach was made and it was clear and secured, the fact that you could see the mines. Oh, it's already been marked. Oh my goodness gracious. I'm an idiot. I am a complete idiot, right? But going back to my story, it was that you could see through the vision ports where the mines were at, not but just a few meters away from your vehicle was very scary. And you were hoping that the engineers did not miss one underneath your vehicle. Very, very scary. True story. Stick it to it. I cannot imagine reaching an obstacle at night. Alright, that seems to be going well. Over here at the 2nd Battalion Breach.
Awaiting
to
orders.
breach right about
Roger.
you guys. I'm really concerned about this hedgehog
We're at our checkpoint. Awaiting orders.
to the left. And my cat just jumped up in front of me. Oh, almost ruined the game. Almost. Cats gotta love them. And they're going to eliminate these steel beams. No, I don't want to march. Silly me. We're inside the minefield.
Roger.
Yeah, let's get in line, gentlemen. Let's get in line. Let's get in line. All right. These guys are done. We're going to get them out of the way.
Roger. Roger. We're at our checkpoint. Awaiting orders.
And combine the attached anti-tank
Roger.
platoon of BRDMs over here, assigned to this
Roger.
battalion, and get everybody lined up. I think we're going to stop the video from here, and the next one I'll do, I'm not quite sure whether I'm going to show you how to breach the obstacles battalion by size of battalions or larger. Hope you enjoyed this video. There's going to be more coming. I will post this video or this scenario to be shared for downloads in the Steel Beast forums in the download section. I hope you enjoyed this. There will be more coming. This is the Red War Dancer. Everybody, have a great weekend. Happy 4th of July, and take care.